forward, our vision, our message is simple, but it's made all the difference in our lives. This is something that's so much bigger than us and our journey. I believe we're all a part of something big. An awakening of our generation, a groaning for God's kingdom come. It gives me chills every time I say that. We're all being shaken. A shift is happening, but it takes going the distance, and it takes doing it together. We set out to change the world, and in turn, we were changed. I found that community is where transformation begins. It begins with ourselves, confronting the prejudices and injustice within our own lives. So often, the focus is to go into the nations, which is necessary and so on God's heart, but we miss the fact that our homes are a part of the nations. We all have spheres of influence, and it starts at home, in our backyards, the people around us. Look next to you. Look next to you. The person next to you, you are called to love. That's our mission. True community is a moment-by-moment choice to love, to forgive, to humble ourselves. In that, there's power. God is calling up radical servant leaders who are able to live in unity with their neighbors. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Everyone can be great, because anyone can serve." You don't have to have a college degree to serve. It's nice. You don't need all you need is a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Our actions, they ripple out. Movements don't begin with the majority. They start with a few people who are willing to live radically, and it catches fire. It took one prisoner's act of forgiveness against his persecutors that brought South Africa into freedom, and it started tearing down the walls of racial segregation. One humble nun lived to love, and it transformed the world. It took one bold woman to sit in the front of a bus, and it ignited liberation for an oppressed people group. Our actions, they have weight. We are called to live for something so much bigger than ourselves. Martin Luther King Jr. says, "An individual has not started to live until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity." God is calling us to love, period. It is so simple, yet so hard to live by. Love your neighbor as yourself. What does that look like? I honestly don't do it. I'm challenged with it every day. We're supposed to be known for our love for one another. It's our marking as disciples. Mother Teresa once said, "Our love begins at home. It is not how much we do, but how much we love that is what matters." In 1 John 4:7-21, it says, "Beloved, if God so loved us, we ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and His love is perfected in us." I love that. We love because He first loved us. If anyone says, "I love God," and hates his brother, he's a liar. Wow. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God whom he has not seen. And this is our commandment. Whoever loves God must also love his brother. This is our command. This is our call. It is our hope to see a movement of young people who have a heart to see community transformations built on revolutionary love. Starting in their homes, their neighborhoods, their universities. We don't have to travel around the world to make an impact. The opportunities are right here, right now. On April 25th, we'll be starting an 8-week distribution tour of our books to share this message. We'll begin in San Diego and head to Vancouver, Canada, and we'll be stopping anywhere in between. We'll be speaking to churches, universities, coffee shops, community centers, home groups, elderly homes, a knitting club. Really anywhere they'll have us. We're doing research in each of the places so we can connect people to what's going on in their area and how they can serve. In each place, we'll be connecting with different nonprofits so we can also serve. Our books chronicle our trip around the world, telling the stories of our friends through words, photos, and giving a reader-friendly, practical ways to affect your community. The profits of each of our books will be going to a chosen ministry in each city. We all have the ability to affect change. It is the most Our most creative and powerful instrument is love. So let's do this, and it's fun. How does walking out this culture look like? In our book, we came up with some action points, some suggestions, but you can come up with your own. Here are a few. Change the oil of a single mom's car. Write a few hundred encouraging notes and bomb an area. Put them in any random place for people to find and bless. Make conscious actions to make sure your livelihood isn't an oppression to others. One of the girls was committed not to go to Walmart anymore because she found that their practices were oppressive to others around the world. Spend an extra couple bucks on fair trade. I have some mentors back home whose motto is, live simply so others can simply live. One day a week they fast and they give the money they would spend to feed others. And it only takes a moment to stop and listen to a homeless person on the street or maybe give them a hug. Who knows how long it's been since they've experienced human touch. On Tuesday, a guy came to the Banyan Tree Cafe, and he paid for 7 frappes and told the staff to give us the next 7 people. I don't know who you are. This is a shout out. That was beautiful, and that's what I'm talking about. Living a lifestyle like this, it's intentional, it's radical, and it's so life-giving. Let's transform our world moment by moment together. Thanks.